Hey guys, I'm back for discussion 2. I see my dog in the background. He's so cute. Okay. So for discussion 2, we were asked in what ways data can be misleading or misinterpreted. Oh my gosh, English is hard today. Even when statistical concepts are applied correctly, how can Python be used to identify and address these issues? So there's a lot of different ways that can happen. Sampling bias, correlation versus causation, outliers. That's why we usually clean those up, right? Overfitting or cherry picking, and you can see what all those mean right here. If I go through them all, we'll run out of time. Python can be used to analyze sample data, do statistical testing, identify and manage those outliers. Like I said, usually we clean those up, figure out why they're there, and then get rid of the ones that we don't need. Cross-validation and modeling, comprehensive data analysis. And so as a visual prop, I created one that will show correlation versus causation, because I feel like this is the biggest one that people misinterpret. And it's one that a lot of people publish in magazines and newspapers and stuff. And they're like, oh, look at this. This must mean that this causes this. That's not the case. Just because it's there doesn't mean it is the cause. So again, I decided to look at some puppy dogs. We're looking at life expectancy of puppy dogs versus their weight or size. I pulled in the same dog breeds data that I got from Kaggle. I did a minimum life expectancy versus the maximum weight for dudes. I just did dudes. I don't think I did the female. Yeah. Okay. So the male weight and the life expectancy, I did a little scatter plot here, dot plot, I think is what it's called. It was a scatter plot. It's not a dot plot. So as you can see, the larger dogs, the heavier they are, it seems like their life expectancy is lower. Just because that happens to be the case, that doesn't mean that that's actually the cause. Just because they're big dogs doesn't mean they're dying because they're big, right? There's probably another explanation for that. And it doesn't mean that all big dogs die early. And it doesn't mean that all little dogs live forever. So we have a lot of correlation, causation, interesting discussion that you could start here. So the scatter plot illustrates the relationship between life expectancy and weight in different dog breeds. Is there a relationship? I mean, this correlation does not imply causation, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't imply that that's the case. Other things are more than likely involved. We'd have to do more research and more science to figure out if the correlation does in fact imply causation. Right? Just because we found this random data on Kaggle and put it together doesn't mean that we can say, oh, big dogs die faster. So there's a lot more that has to go on. So there we go.